Hey Flosstube, it's Emer, and I'm probably going to talk about this a little bit more later in the video, but I would like to wish everyone a very happy Pride Month. If you are a member of the LGBT plus community, welcome. You're fantastic. If you are an ally to the community, also welcome. Keep up the great work. So I'm going to start off with some whips. I have no finished objects, probably to nobody's surprise. I'm just off mania. Does anybody finish anything in the month of May? Surely not. But to start off, I'm going to show you guys the Bayonne Cat by Owl Forest Embroidery. I have made a significant amount of progress since I last showed this, I believe. I think I've been working on the little star thingies at the top, as well as the, what do you call that pattern along the cat's back. I did realise I have made one mistake while stitching this top line of the tail and the house. I have decided not to frog the house and fix it because I think if I work the geometry in the tail over, everything else should work out. I might have to move things by one stitch, but it is just one stitch and therefore it should hopefully be manageable. I have been really loving it, as you can probably tell by the amount of progress I've made. And I've also started along the bottom border is all trees, and then there's little mice running along the bottom because it's a cat, get it? But as I will show you in a moment, I have set this aside in favour of another whip. And that whip is Love is Where the Shepherd Is. I've talked about this piece before and my intent to stitch it as a wedding gift for my cousin who's getting married in August, and that's still the intention. I had hoped to start this earlier, like I'd hoped it to be a mania start, but like I mentioned in my last video, there was some confusion over my order from Lovecrafts, and it actually turned out that the two parcels, I'd ordered one and they shipped a second one by mistake. Both of them had been sent to the incorrect address. So I got in contact with them and they were very helpful and immediately sent out both parcels to my correct address, and I received them both on the same day and was actually able to make a start on stitching. I'm just going to pull the hoop. So this is 38 count. This is 38 count Edinburgh linen. It's a perfect colour. I love it. As you can see, I actually just started it this week, but I've started stitching the tree. I'm working on the leaves. I'm hoping to get the leaves done tonight on the tree. I think it'll work up to be a relatively quick piece. Once I have the tree done, I'll probably do the heart border, stitch the two people and the sheep, and then I'm going to save the lettering for last because I want to replace the alphabet with the couple's name and the date of their wedding. That's probably something I will blur out in future videos, just in the interest of their privacy. But it's coming together. It's been nice and fast. I kind of took a little break from stitching because I got my hands on Animal Crossing for the Switch and just got sucked into designing my island. I'm still playing it a lot. I'm still really enjoying it. But now that I have the flosses for Love is Where the Shepherd Is, I'm motivated. I know I have plenty of time to get it stitched. It won't be in any rush, but I want to get it done. I want to spend time getting a nice matting for people to sign around the edges. I want to get a beautiful frame, something that will really be like an heirloom piece that they can keep up if they want, obviously, in their house for years to come, and have that as like a way to commemorate their wedding day. So that's something I really want to take my time with, put the effort into. I might order a frame online just because there'd be a better selection, but I'll also probably go into shops. I might pay someone to cut the mat and pick a frame, and I just want it to be nice. It's a wedding gift. I'm maid of honor. I want it to be worthy of a wedding gift. Yeah. And as per usual, I have also been working on my black work. Peppermint Purple black work stitch along. We are on week 24 with that limey colour. I don't think I have much to say about it that I haven't said in past videos. I'm still really enjoying it. I'm still really appreciating it. I thankfully am still really happy with my colour choices. I was worried that I wouldn't be happy with the yellows. They might not show up the best on camera. It's actually not showing up too bad, and the lime green, but I really like it. And then I put against, I'm going to go down into darker greens near the bottom. I'm still really happy with it. Once I get probably Love Is Where the Shepherd Is finished, my plan is to finish stitching out the rest of the boxes and then do a relatively simple leaf border around the edges, possibly in black or possibly in whatever colour is along the edge, so it would sort of be a gradient matching the black work within. Let me know what you think would suit best. I want it to be relatively like a sort of a wavy vine going up with leaves every so often. Like I don't want it to take away from the detail of the actual piece, which I think is really cool. Peppermint Purple, I love her black work, and while this is the only black work piece I'm working on at the moment, I would definitely consider picking up one of her paint patterns. Pick up a paint pattern. That's almost a tongue twister, because it's just been really fun to stitch. I really like it. I love seeing each week, each Wednesday, it's exciting, like, oh, what block is it this week? And I show my boyfriend, and he's not the one stitching it, but I still show him every week before it's stitched, you know, this is what it's going to look like, and then I show him after, and he's a good sport about it. I mean, he isn't an active cross stitcher at the moment, but he has stitched in the past. He has some finished objects. He knows the time it takes to stitch. He's never done black work, but he's done back stitching, so as far as he's concerned, it's magic. And that is all for my whips at the moment. Like, I'm going to be relatively monogamous for the next while with stitching Love Is Where the Shepherd Is, and then every Wednesday / spilling into Thursday will be my black work. I think I could possibly get this done by the end of July, which would leave me, not the month of August, would leave me most / much of August to get this framed and just figure out how exactly I want to go about decorating it is the wrong word, but fully finishing it, I guess. So yeah, that is a fun piece, what I am enjoying. I realise now that I'm showing it on camera, it's actually slightly off centre. The tree trunk is supposed to be, oh, maybe it's not. It's very slightly off-centered. It won't be an issue. I have plenty of margin on this piece of fabric because it is 38 count. So I actually have some haul to show you, but very excitingly for me, this wasn't haul. I had to buy myself. If you watch Emily C on YouTube, you'll know that every year she runs a duck derby, or her workplace runs a duck derby, and you know, she advertises this on her channel and she does a giveaway. And this year I was lucky enough, having bought a duck, to win a lot in the giveaway. And it was really weird because I work in public health, but the project I'm working on at the moment has to do with children's rights and children's social services, and she is also involved in that area, and it was a real like, I do that moment. And that kind of, I would have entered anyway, but that was the tipping factor in deciding to buy a duck to enter the giveaway. And I picked some Christmas patterns. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god, 6 patterns that I want in the giveaway. I'm going to show you them now. First up is Ink Circles Spring Snow, and this is probably one of my favourite patterns that I received in the bundle. It is just, it's really pretty. It's simple, but the colours are quite delicate. I really like the light green fabric and the snow, and it's just, it looks really pretty. That's definitely something I'll stitch, maybe even for this Christmas. Next up is Woodland Tree Farm Seasonal Sampling Series Design 1. And fold this over. And I also think this is really cute. It's a little woodland tree farm, fresh cut trees. Sorry, the plastic is casting a little bit of a shine on this. But it's really cute. I love the little cardinals. I love cardinals in general. I think they're just so cool, little like pop of colour in wintry scenes. And then the little deer down by the gate of the farm. Such a cute piece. Next up is Blackberry Lane Designs. Frosty Weather, designed by Mary Driscoll. I know Mary Driscoll in real life. Weird. Not the same person, but twins maybe. That's not how twins work. Never mind. Look at the pattern. It's so cute. It's a little ornament. Like this is my first year kind of having a place of my own to decorate. So I've been like, it's the middle of summer, but I've been still thinking about Christmas, going, what colour scheme will I go with for my tree, and what decorations will I do? And I would love to have some cross-stitch decorations on it. I think that would be so cool. Next up, I have two by Barbara Anna Designs. This one is Merry Since. And it's a really fun, colourful scene, and you can see the since is the year. If the house situation is complicated, but if this is indeed somewhere we end up staying long term, I think this would be perfect to stitch with, you know, Merry Since 2021. Because if we do stay here, 2021 will be our first Christmas in this house. And I think that would be beautiful. Especially, it's the key, I think, that's making me think this should be hung in our hallway by the front door for Christmas time, just to commemorate, you know, this is our first Christmas living together. Special. I don't know if I'm being overly sentimental. Maybe I am. I also have another one by Barbara Anna Designs. This is Cinnamon Christmas. Available in two versions, cinnamon and red. Oh, I think it means the Santa outfits. And again, this is really cute. Merry Christmas and to all a good night. I love all these Christmas patterns. I love Christmas. Everything about Christmas. The lights, the presents, seeing your family, the food, the music. I love all of it. It is like a beam of happiness in the dark winter time. So I'm looking at these patterns now going, oh, I'll stitch all of these. I probably won't stitch all of them, but it's a good omen that I'm seeing them all and I love them all, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty. And then finally we have the Primitive Hair Lady Winter. I love this piece. It's really, I don't know. It's probably the picture that's taken, but it's so moody and old-fashioned looking, and it's also very small, so that again would be a perfectly, you know, little decoration to make. But like I said, I really like all of them. But if I had to pick, you know, if I was held at gunpoint and someone said, Emer, you must pick two patterns to stitch, I would go for Merry Since. I think this is the one I have the most concrete plan for. And Frosty Weather. Those are the two that kind of jump out at me most. So a big thank you to Emily C for these, for the giveaway, for the patterns, and to all the you know, the shops and retailers that she partnered with to do this. That was really cool of you guys. Nice. Thank you. And I'm not just saying that because I want some patterns. You know, it's a great idea and it's a great cause. And speaking of great causes, that sounds like I'm about to promote a specific charity. I'm actually not. I just want to raise the fact that it's Pride Month again. Ireland has made great strides in LGBT rights in recent years. You know, we've legalised gay marriage. We were, I think, the first country in Europe to hold a referendum to legalise gay marriage, which is fantastic. But we still have a long way to go. Just recently, I think it was in Wexford, it was in some kind of southeast county, there have been signs up saying, you know, straight pride, it's natural and you can make babies. Or like, I'm not joking, and you can make babies was the tagline of the poster. And this isn't to say that if you are straight and cisgender you should feel ashamed, absolutely not. But Pride Month is about recognising the discrimination that the LGBT plus community faces, and recognises that, you know, what we still have left to do. There are still countries where you can be murdered for loving someone else or for not identifying as the gender you were assigned at birth. And it just really hurts to see people not recognise that. And they'll say things like, oh, you know, I've nothing against gay people, but why does the but need to be there? Just support gay people, support LGBT plus whatever they identify as. If someone comes to you and says, hey, I'm attracted to men and I'm a man, tell them, you know, thanks for telling me, I support you. If someone comes to you and says, look, I think I am a woman, say, you know, okay, thank you for telling me, I will use she, her pronouns. If someone is non-binary, they, them pronouns, whatever pronouns, you know, someone wants to use them. It's okay if you make a mistake, but correct yourself and move on. You know, it's as simple as that. If we can, you know, if a woman changes her name after she gets married to her husband, people don't go, oh, but I've known you as Miss Maiden Name for years, I can't call you Miss Married Name now. Nobody says that. But sometimes when people change their pronouns, other people go, oh, that's way too difficult to remember. I've always known you as a woman. It just doesn't make sense. I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, but I just wanted to be very clear that this channel supports the LGBT plus community. This channel supports Pride. I'm very happy to work at a workplace that is very inclusive, is very anti-discriminatory. And this month we do have talks around, for example, we've one coming up next week, which I'm actually really, really excited about, is the experiences of trans people in the healthcare system. And obviously that's related to our work because we work in public health. But it's also about identifying, you know, these are the struggles that trans people face when they're trying to get the treatment they need, be it for supporting their transition or, you know, accessing mental health services, even just going in for a checkup with their GP. You know, is their GP respectful of the fact that they are transgender, and, you know, does their GP call them by the pronouns they wish to be called, or is the GP, you know, insistent, no, you were assigned male at birth, so I'm going to call you Mr. Yeah. So yeah, kudos to my workplace, I guess. I'm really looking forward to those talks. Yeah, I don't think I have anything particularly elegant to say on the topic. Just be mindful and supportive. And for anyone, you know, I feel like I had a more elegant way of saying this. But like any Christians out there, you know, love thy neighbour, love one another as I have loved you. It's not, hatred isn't, that's not very Christian of you, basically. And it just, like, it hurts my heart to see, even in Ireland, which is a very progressive country, seeing some of the shit that goes up in posters. It's natural. So are gay relationships. Have you heard of ancient Greece? And we have the likes of Gemma O'Doherty saying, you know, oh, it's sinful and I've never known a happy gay person. What? Gemma? They're probably not happy because they have to be around you. If you don't know who Gemma O'Doherty is, she is a I feel like I have to choose my words carefully. She is a very conservative journalist who is anti-vax, anti-LGBT, anti-immigrants. She's anti a lot of things, really. So I guess the moral of the story is, don't be like Gemma. Support the LGBT plus community. That's all I have to say on the topic. And that's all I have to say on stitching. Leave a comment below, be that on stitching or my kind of non-structured ramblings on Pride Month and what we still have left to do. I appreciate all your views, unless you're bigoted. Don't let me know if you don't believe in LGBT rights. Thanks for watching, guys, and thank you for listening to what I have to say.